Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of the Learning English Show. My name is Anna, and I am so excited to start this journey with all of you.
And I'm John. It's great to be here. We are thrilled you've decided to join us. Whether you are just starting to learn English or you want to practice your skills, you are in the right place.
Exactly, John. Our goal for this podcast is simple: to make learning English fun, practical, and accessible for everyone, everywhere. We'll be covering everything from basic grammar and vocabulary to everyday conversations.
Right. We want to help you feel confident when you speak English. We won't just be teaching you rules from a textbook. We'll be talking about real life situations, sharing tips and tricks, and of course, having a lot of fun along the way.
And since this is our first episode, we thought we would start with the very first thing you do when you meet someone new: introducing yourself.
That's a perfect place to start. Knowing how to introduce yourself properly is so important. It's the first step to starting any conversation.
It really is. So let's break it down. There are two main types of situations where you might introduce yourself: formal and informal. John, do you want to start with formal introductions?
Sure, formal introductions are for professional or serious situations. Think about a job interview, a business meeting, or meeting someone much older than you who you want to show respect to.
Right, like a professor or a boss.
Exactly. In these cases, you want to be a little more polite and use full sentences. You could say something like, "Hello, my name is John Smith." Using your full name is common in formal settings.
And after you say your name, you can add a polite phrase. For example, "It's a pleasure to meet you," or "It's nice to meet you."
Those are great examples, Anna. So, a full formal introduction could be, "Good morning, my name is John Smith. It's a pleasure to meet you." Often, you'll shake hands as well.
Yes, a firm handshake is very common in many cultures during formal introductions. And to ask for the other person's name, you could say, "And what is your name?" It's simple and polite.
Okay, so that covers formal introductions, but what about informal situations? How is that different?
Absolutely. In formal situations, it's respectful to use titles like Mr. for men and Miss for women, followed by their last name. For example, you would say, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Davis." Miss is a neutral term for women, whether they are married or not, which is very useful. Another thing to consider in formal settings is job titles. It's common to mention your job title or the company you work for. For instance, "Hello, I'm John Smith, the marketing director at XYZ Company."
Informal introductions are much more relaxed. You use them with people your own age, at a party, or when meeting a friend of a friend. The language is simpler and more casual.
That's a great point, John. In some cultures, mentioning your job title is very important, while in others, it might be seen as too formal. It's always a good idea to observe what others are doing in that specific context.
So, you probably wouldn't say, "It is a pleasure to meet you" to someone at a coffee shop.
And what about using formal titles, like Mr. or Ms.? That's another key part of formal introductions.
Probably not. It would sound a little too serious. Instead, you can use contractions, which is when you combine two words, like "I am" becomes "I'm." You could say, "Hi, I'm Anna," or "Hey, I'm Anna." Using just your first name is common too.
Yes, definitely. And instead of "It's a pleasure to meet you," you can just say "Nice to meet you." It's friendly and casual.
And to ask for their name, you could say, "What's your name?" Or even more casually, "And you are?"
Exactly. So let's put it all together. An informal introduction could sound like this: "Hi, I'm Anna. Nice to meet you." The other person might reply, "Hey, Anna, I'm John. Nice to meet you too."
That sounds much more natural for a casual setting. Why don't we do a little role play to show our listeners how a conversation might start?
I love that idea. Okay, let's pretend we are at a party and we've never met before. I'll start.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hi there, I'm Anna. I don't think we've met.
Hey Anna, I'm John. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, John. So, where are you from?
I'm from Chicago. How about you?
Oh, cool. I'm originally from Miami, but I live here in New York now. What do you do for work, John?
I'm a graphic designer. I love getting to be creative every day. What about you, Anna?
I'm a teacher and now a podcast host.
Perfect. Okay, let's stop there. Did you hear the questions we used, listeners? We went beyond just our names.
Yes,
Asking questions is the key to keeping a conversation going. I asked, "Where are you from?" This is a very common question to learn more about someone.
Right. And to answer, I said, I'm from Chicago. You can also say, I come from Chicago. Both are correct. Then I returned the question by saying, how about you? This is a great way to show you are interested in the other person.
It keeps the conversation balanced. Then I asked, what do you do for work? Or you could just say, what do you do? This question is about your job or profession.
And to answer, I said, I'm a graphic designer. You can say, I'm a followed by your job title, or I work as a followed by your job title. For example, I work as a doctor, or I work in marketing.
Those are all great phrases. So to recap for our listeners, let's list the key phrases for introducing yourself informally. 1. Hi, I'm, or hey, my name is.
2. Nice to meet you. 3. To ask a question, where are you from?
4. Another question, what do you do? And 5. To return a question, you can say, how about you? Or, and you?
That's a fantastic summary, Anna. And the most important tip of all is to smile and be friendly. Your body language is just as important as your words.
That is so true. A warm smile makes everyone feel more comfortable. So that's our lesson for today. We hope you now feel more prepared to introduce yourself in English, whether it's in a formal meeting or a casual party.
And this is the kind of practical lesson you can expect from our show. In future episodes, we'll talk about topics like how to order food at a restaurant.
Oh, that's a useful one. And how to ask for directions, talk about your hobbies, and understand common idioms and slang.
We'll also have special episodes where we answer questions from you, our listeners. We want this to be an interactive community.
That's right. So our challenge for you this week is to practice. Find a friend, a family member, or even just practice in front of a mirror. Introduce yourself in English, both formally and informally.
Practice makes perfect. The more you say the words out loud, the more natural they will feel. We had a great time, and we hope you did too. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss our next episode.
Until next time, keep practicing and stay curious. But wait, John, I think we have some more time. Why don't we tackle another topic today?
That's a great idea, Anna. What do you have in mind?
Well, you mentioned ordering food at a restaurant. I think that's a situation almost every English learner will find themselves in. It can be a bit intimidating.
It sure can be, but it doesn't have to be. With a few key phrases, anyone can order a meal like a pro. Where should we start?
Let's start at the very beginning, arriving at the restaurant. When you walk in, a host or hostess will usually greet you. They might say something like, hello, how many people? Or a table for how many?
Exactly. To answer, you can simply say, a table for two, please, or just one, if you're eating alone. If you have a reservation, you can say, we have a reservation under the name John. Easy.
Okay, so you're seated at your table. The server or waiter or waitress will usually come over to take your drink order first. They might ask, can I get you something to drink? Or what would you like to start with?
To order a drink, you can say something simple like, I'll have a lemonade, please, or could I get some water? If you're not ready to order, you can say, we need a few more minutes, please.
That's a very polite way to ask for more time. Once you have your drinks and you're ready to order your meal, the server will come back. They'll say something like, are you ready to order? Or what can I get for you?
There are a few easy ways to order your food. You can say, I like the chicken sandwich, or I'll have the pasta. If you have a question about the menu, you can ask, what comes with the steak, to find out what side dishes are included.
That's a really good question to ask. Another useful one is, what are the specials today? Restaurants often have special dishes that are not on the regular menu. Asking about them can be a great way to try something new and delicious.
And if you're feeling adventurous or just can't decide, you can ask the server for a recommendation. You could say, what would you recommend? Or what are the most popular dishes? Servers usually know the menu very well and can guide you to a great choice.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. We want to thank you for choosing to listen to the Learning English show. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with a friend or family member who also wants to learn English.
We look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Have a great day.